Ashmaker dismissed that thought. It was the Jade. Oh, by the way, hello. It was the Jade who killed off all the other islanders. It was on them. It was just their extinction was on them. Just like every other terrible thing. It was like every other terrible thing in this war was on them. And they had nobody else, nobody but themselves to blame for their suffering. Ashmaker reached the vehicle yard then. There was nobody defending it. It seemed like the occupants who had been shooting from there earlier had, vehicle yard, men shooting from there. This is actually 1:14 p.m. Well, you know, the time changed, so I got up at the usual time, which was actually 8 o'clock, but I could have had another hour of rest, but I didn't take it. So I got more writing done for once, which was good. See, shooting from earlier, had fled into the jungle. Mason jungle. Part of Ashmaker. Wish they didn't have that escape route. That they had been cornered like a rats. Oh, like rats. They've been cornered like rats. Rats, and he could have just marched up and blasted them all to ashes. I call him Ash Master. No, not in this section. A bit earlier, though, you know. Kept saying that by accent. He doesn't make the hounds, he summons them from another dimension. Yes, this is a difficult section, doing the whole, you know, superhumans fighting all at once. Usually I only have one superhuman in a scene, and everyone else is just regular people. Or it's like two superhumans fighting each other. But this time it's like superhumans going to town on a army base, which I used to do a lot more, but not so much lately. Let's see. Ashmaker looked over. Impressive assortment of vehicles. We recognized a number of captured Allied models, including some from Australia and New Zealand. From Australia, New Zealand, and what's the other country? From Australia, New Zealand, and his native Chromia. I keep accidentally calling him Australian. He's not Australian. Wish it was a bit brighter out today. It's so dark. Let's see, Chromia. Ashmaker. A few of them looked fit for jungle fighting. Perhaps the Jade had captured more vehicles than they knew what to do with. Ashmaker flung. Let's see, did I call him Mike by accident? What's Mike up to? Wow, Mike was 400 pages ago now, so yeah. So this is a 400-page novel on its own. That's nice. flung fireballs at the nearest vehicles, which set off a chain reaction of destruction. One vehicle's explosion and flare spread to the next, feeding a great wall of flames, great cloud of flames that Ashmaker retreated from quickly, in fear that he'd end up caught in it. He was not immune to his own fire. He was not immune to fire. Let's see. He was immune to his own fire. But sometimes he wasn't sure. He wasn't sure what counted as his own fire, or some new fire that had been sparked, like the explosion before him. It was best to keep his distance. It was wise to. The smartest move was to keep his distance. It wasn't long before every vehicle yard I should probably check and see if I already destroyed the vehicle yard. So it's like, I guess this will become vehicle yard number 2 in this battle. It wasn't long before every vehicle in the yard was a terrible, ugly wreck. Wreck of black, molten metal. Ashmaker had barely used up any energy in the attack. And you felt a sense of pride, though, at the destruction. Though not as much as some regular commando would have. It would have taken not as much as some regular commando would have. Would have taken a commando team. Let's see. A commando team. An entire night. Months of planning. And an entire night to pull off carnage like this. And they might have all ended up dead. Ashmaker, I suppose you would have taken 500 men to attack this place, base properly, and they still might have lost. Let's see. Let's see. Why do I keep calling him Mike? Mike is a different character. Maker moved on to another storage area between himself and one of the concrete buildings. There were several dozen. It was like the deck of a ship. It was like the deck of the ship. Of a ship where great crates would be shackled in place and covered with tarps. Only it was on. There were many big crates, and there were dozens of big crates lined up, and Ashmaker knew enough jade to recognize the name on them. They were ammo, various types, including ammo, 20mm shells for the Like 20mm shells for the... Would that be rounds? Rounds or shells? I think if it's bigger, the bigger the number, the closer it is to shell. I think shells are marked by centimeters instead of millimeters. Millimeters is more for bullets, I guess. Actually, I did more alt history for rounds in this war. Like, 10mm be like the caliber for the German SMGs in World War II, or their pistols, or so on. Instead of little 9mm bullets, or even less, 7mm bullets. I think that's the same as 32 ACP, that Browning caliber. I was used in little pocket pistols and various, like Berettas, like, various Beretta pistols. Like, they use smaller bullets. I'm not sure why. Maybe they have a bigger magazine. Let's see, they were ammo, various types, only 20mm for all those. Armored cars all those heavy-duty armored cars that Ashmaker just blew to smithereens. Smithereens. Okay, some bullets. Maker muttered. There was enough. There were probably enough bullets to fight a small war. And those crates in total would fight a small war. Schmager wished he was more powerful and had more powers, such as the ability. More powers. Yeah, that should be powers plural. Such as the ability to teleport stuff. One of Domi's. Can't have a rank session without mentioning my girl Dominique. There's like 3 versions of her sitting on my desk. All statues I made of her. And a little crazy, I think. Should probably make one of some other characters, because I don't know. Maybe that would make me more fond of them. Possibly. If it would make me a better writer, I do make little clay statues of every character and paint them all up. Even though there's 10 million characters in this part. Let's see. So there's the ability to teleport stuff. You can imagine the young guerrilla groups in... Let's see. Guerrillas? Were there any guerrillas in that town? Guerrillas as in... I'm not sure if gorilla and gorilla are related terms. I never pictured gorillas sneaking around and kidnapping people like gorillas, and like the other kind of gorillas do. Imagine young guerrilla groups in Europe were in desperate need of this much ammo. They could probably find a use even for the 20mm shells, since none of them. Yes. Let's see if even for the 20mm shells, maybe turn them into improvised bombs or something. Good luck fighting a war without ammo. Matchmaker grumbled and muttered to himself. He then flung fireballs at the farthest at the crates farthest back. They were ignited instantly, as though soaked with petrol first. The fire spooked some jade in cover by those crates, and the men retreated, firing shots Ashmaker's way, making him duck back. When he looked out again, those men were gone. Matchmaker continued. Pierre shrugged and continued his destruction. Fuel depot. Here's his destruction. Continued his attack. Soon all the crates were ablaze, and the rounds inside were popping. The biggest pops were from the 20mm rounds, naturally. Let's see. Rounds. Yeah. Oops. Maker then saw the fuel depot, in particular a large tank, to its rear. Maker head for it, running afoul of the Jade squad and cover at some other crate, or at some crates. They opened up a variety of assault rifles. Maker torched their their cover, setting a few of them ablaze by accident. Those killed, the burning men staggered about, screaming until they collapsed. The other Jade retreated, then running through the open. Edgemaker managed to strike one of them down with a fireball. They had been powerful enough to reduce him to a scattering of ashes in an instant. Perhaps I could get a job as a crematorium for the war. Ashmaker muttered. Joked to himself. One of the runners. 3 of the 4 runners remaining escaped. The last of them turned around, fired off short bursts at Ashmaker. Ashmaker noticed he was pretty close to his target. That's the guy. Was pretty close to his target, the big fuel tank. Ashmaker flung an energy fireball at it, and there was a vigorous explosion in reply. Pretty much the whole fuel depot went up in flames in an instant. There was no need to kill that Jade, who stood defiant, where he vanished in that flames the instant they appeared. Okay, let's see, where's the next stop, Ashmaker? Let's see. Ashmaker then finally made his way for one of the nearest big concrete building. He looked about and saw his fellow superhumans were still fighting and trouncing the enemy. But there was a superhuman among the enemy. he would have appeared by now. He wanted to just sit there and watch all his comrades were blown to bits. No Jade. No Jade could tolerate that. There's no superhuman. There's no enemy super here. Human here. Maker reassured himself. No way they would be guarding some backwater faculty like this. Ashmaker thought. Remote, yeah. Usually means remote in a disparaging way, I'd say. Maybe if we were sitting in occupied Europe, that'd be another story. And some more stuff with Ashmaker after this. Just to finish up, I should really do a part with that telepathic girl. Okay, signing off here, folks. Have a nice day.